Okay, this problem is 3.7.23. I've seen a couple different ways to work this problem. It says you have this rectangular room, length, width, and height, or whatever variations of those words you like to use. And when you multiply those three together, you get volume, right? So like length, width, and height. And so my overall volume is here. If you come back here, the two different ways I've seen to think about this problem is, X, it says, is in yards. So if your X is in yards, and they want you to put this answer in feet. So they want your answer in feet, not yards. So if this X is in yards, isn't 3 times X the number of feet? And if 7X is in yards, isn't 3 times 7 or 21, 3 times 7X, wouldn't that be what that would be in feet? And if X minus 6, wouldn't 3 times X minus 6, if you think of X minus 6 as just like a number, 7X is a number. So what you really have done here, if you look at it from that perspective, is you've multiplied by 1, 2, 3 threes, and that's the second method to do the problem, is just think of it as 27 times either one of those two forms. I would suggest the second one is actually going to be a little faster for us to work out. So it's going to be taking 27 times the 7x cubed, because I'm sure the way they normally do this, they want you to simplify, and what that means is work it out. Sometimes some people would say this is more simplified, or some people might say, well, if I factor the 7 out of these two and put it with this and factor the x squared out, some books would refer to that as being more simplified. If you take and factor out the 7, and since these both have an x squared, if you factored that out, and you would be left with an x minus 6 there. This book, though, I don't think they would say this would be what they would probably refer to as the factored form of the problem. And usually in this either book or in this computer software, when they say simplify, what they want is they want this all distributed out. So if you take that 27 times that 7 and get 189, and that x cubed is still there with it, and then you take it times this one, 27 times that 42, and get, let's see, that subtraction in between, 1134 x squared. I think when they say simplified, that's what they're after for you to enter for your solution. So Ian, basically what I think you also should kind of just understand intuitively, if this is showing 1 cubic yard, it's 1 yard by 1 yard by 1 yard. Well, how many cubic feet is that? And there's just different places, and even construction, a lot of times you'll order like concrete, I believe, in cubic yards. And so if you're ordering this, since this is 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet, then you need to understand that really 3 times 3 times 3, 3 times 3 is 9 times another 3. That's 27 cubic feet. And so that's just another concept in general for converting that you should kind of have a little bit of an idea about. Problem 3.7.23, converting the cubic yards into cubic feet in an algebraic expression.